Hi there. I wanted to do this video because it was videos like these that really helped me when I was in the process of finding my diagnosis. So I want to show you what a heart rate might do in a patient that has dysautonomia and Pots syndrome. As you can see, my resting heart rate lying on my couch is about 100 beats a minute. And as you can see, I'm now going to sit up. And as I sit up, you're going to see that I went from about 100 beats up to about 120 beats in less than a 10-second period. Now I will stand up, and you'll be able to observe what my heart rate does when I go from a sitting position to a standing position. And as you can see, it's going to elevate quite quickly, and it's going to start to climb. Now there's a lot of symptoms that are involved in this process, and depending on the person, those symptoms will be different. For me, I get symptoms such as I get sudden onset of headache, sweating, nausea, I feel like I'm going to pass out. It becomes difficult to breathe. There's a whole variety of symptoms, and they're different at different times depending on what is going on. As you can see, I have been standing for just a little over a minute, and my heart rate is up to 160 beats. So by this time I'm feeling quite unwell, and I'm going to sit back down. And now you can observe what happens when I sit down. My heart rate will start to come down once I sit down, and it's going to drop. As you can see, I'm at 152 beats, and my heart rate just went down to 132. And as I'm sitting, it's going to stay probably in about that range, which is still quite high considering we're just sitting. And what I'll do in a minute is I'm going to lay back down, and I'm going to attempt to get my resting heart rate back to a much lower number, just to show you. I probably won't be able to get it back down to the level I was before I started, because I was laying down for a couple minutes before I started this recording. Now this is all what my heart rate did when I was on no medications, no beta blockers or no medications. As you can see, I'm now starting to drop. And it'll probably stay at about this rate as I'm laying down. And once I go to sit up again, you'll be able to see that we can start the process all over again by simply adjusting to a sitting position and then to a standing position. And with people with dysautonomia and Pots syndrome, this is very common. Our bodies do not adjust to gravity well, and we have a very exaggerated response to movement. Even when I'm in bed, my heart rate can spike quite dramatically just from rolling over. As you can see, here we go again. I'm going to a sitting position, and up the heart rate goes again. In a minute I'll just stand again for you, and you'll be able to watch it climb again. Now, for many years before I found my diagnosis, I knew when I was standing and walking that I felt extremely unwell. I had all of these symptoms, but I would have never imagined that it had anything to do with my heart rate. And it wasn't until I watched videos and did some research that I saw others that were doing this, and I went and got my own heart rate watch, and I was absolutely amazed at what I found. I would find I would be in the shower and I'd be at rates well over 200 beats a minute. And it explained a lot of things in my life, why I felt so unwell. And as you can see, I'm back up to 150 beats, and by this point in the video I am feeling quite unwell, as I've attempted to stand a couple times. But I wanted to do this because I'm so grateful to all of you out there that did these recordings and showed me their heart rates so that I could see what mine did. Thank you. It was so helpful in helping me find my diagnosis.